Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. So before we get started, if you'd like to follow the session in your own language, look for the little interpretation icon. If you're on the browser version, you'll see it right on the bottom bar. And if you're using the app, whether on desktop or mobile, you'll find it under the More menu. Once you have selected your desired language, you can unmute the original audio, totally up to you. Right, so hello, Genially community. You are not in just any session today. You've got something very special. In your hands, a fast pass to VIP backstage of imagination, where Genially special effects are made. So our focus for today will be showing you how Genially gives you superpowers to customize, create faster, and achieve the impossible combinations no one else can. Just imagine you're boarding the little Universal Studio tour train, the one that drives you through movie sets, studios, and behind-the-scenes secrets. That's what we are doing today, a journey through hidden sets where the magic of Genial artificial intelligence lives. But just hit on the start button here. AI in Genially helps you create faster, better, and for more people. It takes care of the technical side so you can focus on what truly matters, creativity. So today our objectives will be discover the superpowers of Genially AI, see how it boosts creation in both education and corporate fields, and enjoy VIP access to exclusive content and live feedback. You ready? Let's fire up our engines. So first stop, our train makes its first stop at the Magic Dubbing Studio where text comes to life. No microphone, no studio, no stage fright. With the text-to-speech feature, just a second, here we go. You can generate professional quality narration in one click. Choose between voices and accents, adjust tone, speed, and language. And within seconds, you've got audio ready to go. Perfect for training videos, presentations, or social media content. It also makes your creations more accessible, adds spoken instructions or listening exercises for your students. So here you get royalty-free professional style, no additional cost, over 20 languages, and perfect for inclusive content. So now let's hear what they sound like in action.
Cordoba's history is marked by successive Roman, Visigothic, and Islamic conquests, flourishing as the capital of the Islamic Caliphate in the 10th century to become one of the most advanced cities in the world. In modern times, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, known for its rich historical legacy, unique blend of cultures, and vibrant present-day life that includes a flourishing modern city and cultural traditions like the Festival of the Patios.
So it was a short audio about Cordoba. This is the city in Spain where Genially was born. So see how easy it was. You've just personalized the learning experience with a professional voice in seconds. So here, let's imagine, for example, narrating your language games or lessons for your students, or even like creating audio version of a class for learners who need auditory support. Or for example, giving voice to onboarding videos and product presentations without relying on external studios. So this is where sound magic begins. In seconds, your Genially sounds like a blockbuster. All right, let's move to the next one. The Instant Art Studio. Stop where ideas paint themselves. Let me just show you the visual. Can't find the right image, just describe it, right? And let AI paint it for you. In a blink, you'll have a copy, a right-free image, realistic or artistic, perfectly aligned with your design or brand identity. So if, for example, if you work in education, you can create unique visuals for lessons, infographics, digital stories, or observation exercises. If you work in corporate, you can design training materials, presentations, or campaigns without relying on stock images or agencies. So here you can see how Genially AI is your invisible illustrator. You can describe, generate, and create. Your canvas awaits. Let's jump to the next one. Hold on tight, we are entering the multilingual tunnel. Here, words travel faster than light. To click here on the questions. With automatic translation, you can instantly convert a text box or your entire creation into over 200 languages, all within the editor. Forget copy-pasting, animations, interactivity stay perfectly intact. So here we can just click on 3 dots, right? And can translate text in a couple of clicks to many languages in just a second. So for example, in education, you can transform lessons for international students or exchange programs, right? Or any other materials in different languages. And if you work in corp, you can adapt training or internal communication materials for global teams in seconds. All right, I see that we received a question that we are going to come back to all the questions at the end of this session. So we are going to have a dedicated Q&A time. So I promise we are going to come back to all your questions a bit later. All right, I see that some people are really loving the AI option as well. All right, so we are going to jump into the next part, right? So in this one, it's like watching your content dubbed in real time, same message, new language, and full magic. All right. The Living Quiz Lab.
Wow!
Exactly how I felt about this new feature. So now we arrive at one of the most spectacular sets, the Living Quiz Lab. Here AI becomes a script writer, generating questions, assessing knowledge, and helping you create interactive experiences in record time. Just click right here. See that here in seconds you get multiple choice, true or false, or poll questions. You can choose the format and the scene comes alive. Plus, you have the ability to share the results with others in real time. So for example, if you work in education, it's perfect for classroom reviews or real-time comprehension checks, right? If you work in corporate, ideal for measuring knowledge during training sessions or workshops. So there are many ideas how you could create quizzes and help your learners also with their knowledge checks. I see some messages. Don't worry if you cannot find the question session. Just post your questions here, right? And then we are going to answer them by the end of this session. All right, let's move on. So here we can see what once took hours, right, to script now writes itself. And you're still the director of learning. You can even upload PDF here as context, right? And you can create quizzes based on your PDF. I'm going to jump to the next one.
Yay! Whoopee!
So our train has reached the control center, the place where every effect comes together. Voiceovers, images, translations, quizzes, all working in sync to help you create faster and with more impact. So here we can see that AI does not replace your creativity. It actually accelerates it, right? You're the one directing the story, and Genially takes care of the special effects, as we can see here. All right. And let's move to the next new feature. Attention travelers and visitors of WonderFest, we enter in the invisible background workshop where background disappear and creativity is left floating in the air. Just a second here. So here the AI plays the illusionist, saves time and image editing with the free background removal feature. You can isolate people, objects, or logos with just a single click. And please let us know who already tried it, right? Would be very great to know. So if you work in education, it's perfect for preparing visual materials, activities, or posters where every element gets its own clear stage, right? And if you work in corporate, ideal for presentations, banners, brand materials without relying on external tools. That's great, Karin, that you already did. I can see the messages. So in this workshop, what disappears is actually transformed, right? When the background vanishes, creativity shines here even brighter. Okay, and be off to the next station.
Awesome.
All right, and now hold on tight because we are boarding one of the most literal attractions in the park, the Living Text Studio. Here, words move, change shape, and transform with the help of Genially's AI. So with the AI text editor, your sentences soar, deep, and spin like a creative roller coaster. Shorten, expand, correct, or change the tone without having to write complex prompts. It's free and easy to use, customize as you like. You don't need to write any difficult prompts here. So if you work in education, you can reformulate instruction, titles, descriptions based on your students' level of the lesson or theme. And if you work in corporate, you can adjust the tone of your internal messages or presentations and improve clarity with a single click. So you can see in this Living Text Studio, ideas never stand still. They climb, they drop, they change course, and always end up as a well-rounded story. So your text WonderFest version. And now, before moving forward, we would like to have a quick Q&A. What set surprised you the most, and where would you apply these features? Please use the chat, right, to give those answers. I can see that Karine mentioned expand and shorten. That's great. All right, I think we're going to have one more minute to see if you would like to share what set surprised you the most, right? Or where would you like to apply these features? In the meantime, I'm going through the chat as well. We have a new answer there. All right. So I think we're also going to have some Q&A time at the end, as we previously mentioned. And now let's move to the next bonus part. All right, so now something is very exciting coming. Ooh.
Oh.
So heads up, creators, you've already seen the AI superpowers to create voiceovers, quizzes, translations, right? But the magic of WonderFest wouldn't be possible without the invisible co-pilot that keeps the park running perfectly. Meet Gaia, our AI agent. Gaia doesn't create Genialist. Its mission is simple. Make your experience in Genially smoother and more self-service in any language at any time. So are we ready for this surprise? So Gaia gives our support team superpowers, right? First of all, technical magical reader, right? Image interpreter. If you run into a bug or maybe your screen freezes, right? Gaia can read and interpret your screenshot on the spot, helping you diagnose technical issues from an image, no waiting time. Instant inspiration, like I'm showing here in this example. Looking for ideas? Tell Gaia what you need and we'll suggest Genially templates or reusable creations from our community ready to customize. As well, 24/7 support. Working late on that big project, you're all set. You'll get quick, accurate first-line help whenever you need it. So here you see how I was asking Gaia to help me choose the template. And let me show you another example right here. So here, after Gaia helped me find a template, I also asked Gaia how to make it interactive, and I got a set of instructions, right? So here we can see how Gaia does not replace our human team, it actually complements it, right? So thanks to Guy, our team can focus on strategic, complex challenges so you get support that's more personal and agile and 24/7. Isn't it amazing? While you focus on putting on the show, Guy makes sure the magic never stops. You're in a great company. All right. And before we jump into Q&A and say goodbye, one last stop for the curious ones. If you join our Wicked Wizard session with James, you already know what's coming. The new AI-generated widgets, the next level of interactivity. And if you missed it, no worries. You can check it out right now in the Wicked Wizard room. We'll drop also the link in the chat. So until now, every widget in Genially came from our team, right? Carousels, timers, randomizers, all built by hand. But now you can describe exactly what you want, and the AI widget generator will build it especially for you. No coding required. It saves your time, helps you gamify your lessons and presentations, and expands your creativity like never before. All right. I see that some people are very excited about new features. And now we are going to open some time for Q&A. So as I promised before, I'm going to go through some questions in the chat, right? So I can answer those questions if they were not previously answered. Just a second. So there was one question before about voiceover. That was great. Just let me move a little bit faster. Here we go. So Nina was asking if we can create learning journey visualization. What we could actually ask Gaia in this case, we can ask for some template examples, right? For some suggestions, also suggestions maybe how to add some interactivity, some animation, right? Or to find any templates that already have the learning journey so we could further personalize them. I see that people were very pumped, that some people already edit AI's voiceover. That's amazing, right? It's very easy, right? And there are many options with voice, pace, right? Even accent. All right. And then Paolo asked us if we have to copy and then translate the full presentation. Actually, what we need to do, we just click on three dots, right? And then it can be translated right away. And we're also going to get a notification by email, right? Or if we are within editor, we could also click on hamburger, right? And those three lines, right? And this is where we could also choose the option to translate this genially, choose the language, and then it's going to arrive basically the notification to our email, and the translated version is going to appear next to where the original one was. All right. Where can we find Gaia option? Great question, Mara. So let me just jump back here. So Gaia actually is already there within your Genially. Just a second. I'll just piggyback to the previous slide. So when you're in your dashboard, right? For example, you're in your workspace, in your dashboard, right? On your right, you normally would have a question mark. So if you click there, first tab, you're going to have answers from Help Center, right? And in the chat, where previously you were able to submit a support ticket, this is where you can actually talk to Gaia. So this is where it should be already. And thank you so much, James, for sharing an amazing Wicked Wizard session. And I'm not sure if there are any other questions. You could also feel free to mute your microphone, right? I see that there was a question in French as well. I guess I'll give us 2 more minutes if somebody else would like to ask a question. Mute their microphone about amazing new features, right, that I'm sure are going to help you improve your creativity and productivity. And also just beginning back in the previous question about AI creating learning journey visualization, right? So in this case, AI can also give you superpowers, right? To visualize your user's progress and personalize the learning path. So this is not like a specific map generator for learning journeys, but it can help you create key tools to visualize the progress. For example, you could generate customizable progress by using AI widget generator, right? Very powerful tool, which is great for tracking progress. You could also create a scorekeeper, right? Widget to keep track of scores and progress, either individually or by team. Plus, also don't forget that you could use total experience personalization through multi-screen paths and interactive question actions to build interactive scenarios with multiple possible routes, right? Personalizing the journey based on the user performance, right? Either it's correct or incorrect answers. And also just explain a little bit more on the AI translation as we touch this topic, right? So in this case, we can translate a single text box or your entire creation into more than 200 languages, right? And what's the best part in it? That the AI keeps all your animation interactivity perfectly intact, right? All right, and now I think we're going to head to the end, and I'm going to jump to the next slide here. So we already received your bonus, so we have our Q&A as well. So basically that's it. The train ride is over. It was fast, but I'm sure very inspiring. Thank you for joining us for this VIP tour through the backstage of imagination. Today you've seen how Genially's AI turns creativity into action with voice, image, translation, quizzes, and soon even more magical widgets. So please keep creating, keep imagining, and remember, Genially is where brilliant content comes to life. Thank you so much for joining us today.